What's up and welcome back to Pop Beat Breakdowns. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down a beat in the style of Charlie Puth's latest song, Hero. This is a beat that I made for my beat store, and the whole point of these videos is to show you how you can build up a production in this certain style, certain instruments you can use, and sort of basic methods that can help you build up a track, again, in this style. So whether you're new to music production or someone wanting to try and learn a few new tips and tricks here and there in refining your craft as a music producer, this video is perfect for you. I'm going to give you a rundown of how I made this beat from start to finish, and the order that everything was added as well, to give you the best idea of how you can build up a production in this style. If you are new to this channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button right now, as it's the best way to support the channel. And if you enjoy this content when you've watched it, make sure you drop a like as well, and also comment below if there's any other tracks which have been out in the charts recently that you want me to make a beat of and break down to show you how you can make it for yourself. With all of that out of the way, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into Logic and let's do this beat breakdown. So firstly, I'm going to give you a play of the beat. It's very simple, and I always like to use beats on this channel which are simple beats, because then it gives you the best chance to build them up. So this is the track. Okay, so I'm going to be breaking down everything in terms of also the instruments I've used as well, because in the last video there was a lot of recommendations that I did that. So this will be a little bit of a longer video today, but hopefully it'll be a lot more beneficial to you in understanding how the production was made. So today we are starting on the guitars, because this is an acoustic pop song really in itself, and everything is MIDI, as you've probably seen, because the fact there's no audio in the project. And we've used the Strummed Acoustic 2 and the Home Again A preset, and that sounds like this. It's really nice as well. What I love about the Strummed Acoustic 2 is you can make these really nice chords, and even like 7 chords as well. You can program this all in. I also can't speak today as well. And I layered that with another acoustic guitar off the bat, because again, because it was an acoustic, I wanted to really try and build the production around that. So I added this in. And it was really cool about this one is I wanted to kind of add some atmosphere early on, because there's a lot of atmosphere in this Charlie Puth Hero track. So what I did was I did the exact same type of idea where I used the Home Again A, but this time I put it in a massive reverb using the ROM reverb. You see mix 100%. 4.4 seconds, and increase the size to, let's just put it up to 100% there, and a little bit of a fader as well, just to give it a little bit more of a modulated feel. And it created this pad basically just using a guitar. The reason I wanted to do that is because when Charlie Puth was breaking down on TikTok how we made this beat, he actually used the guitar as much as possible, and he did actually turn one guitar into a pad as well. So it's just a little fun thing to do. It makes it more unique, so I highly recommend you try it. And yeah, so far we got this. Lovely stuff. Now, one thing I love to do with guitar is to actually pitch it up an octave. So I bounced out this guitar here, guitar 1, and then I pitched it up an octave. It creates this really weird toy sounding guitar, especially this one as well. But when you actually apply this on top of a guitar, I would say in a normal octave, it sounds really cool, really poppy, and really bright. So let's have a before. And it's for the after. It just creates a really nice lift to the guitars. I highly recommend, if you ever do guitars in your projects, just chuck it in and just see if it works or not, because it takes literally no time to add this in, and sometimes it can really create a nice lift in the rhythm section alone, just like even just the guitars. So again, we're really still building around guitars at this point, so I added another guitar idea, and it's staying in the Strummed Acoustic 2, and we've got some power chords in, so just playing down basic chord structure. Again, really trying to focus at this point on the rhythm of the track. So we've got 2 of these, and I just copied and pasted the same MIDI as well, but it's a different guitar strumming pattern. And that's the beauty of Native Instruments session guitarists, is because you get really great sounding guitars out the tin, you can put them in, and it creates something like this. And genuinely, I'm being honest with you, this took about a minute to do, maybe 2 minutes. And we've already got the main substance of the whole instrumental by doing that. A couple of little things I've done as well, just little extra details in case you want to know more about what I've done to make it sound how it is. I have got a doubling effect going on the high end of this. You can do it on both sometimes, but it creates a nice little stereo spread. That's the only thing I've touched. Everything else is straight out the tin, the presets. And yeah, that's all the guitars. So now we're going to go on to the bass, and we've got the Vintage Soul. This is a Logic preset, and we'll just put a simple bass line in following the root note. Kind of similar to the Charlie Puth track. Again, this is very simple, so I won't say much about that. Now we move on to the drums. So picking the right drum kit first was like the hard part. Biggest advice I can give you for MIDI drums is to separate each element into individual tracks. So as you can see here, we have the whole drum beat. But when you actually break it down, I actually separate the drums quite a lot. So we got crashes, we have got our tambourine, we've got kick and snare, and we've got hi-hats. I do like to put the kick and the snare together because I try to mix them together so they really gel. And then the hi-hats, it's very important you have the hi-hats separately, as well as the fills as well. But what this means you can do is you can first mix everything individually, get it sounding how you want, and then you can put it together in a drum bus if you want to. I didn't this time around because I was actually happy how it came out. But especially like if you want to mix things differently, maybe put different effects on the hi-hats to the snare, then you can do that, and it makes it sound, I think, a lot better out the tin, especially for MIDI drums as well. So let's just have a recap quickly of everything we've done so far. And again, just to quickly touch on the drums, it's literally just the Easter Bay preset in Logic. We're just using presets today. I do like to try and use Logic presets in this video because most people who watch this are Logic users. If you're not a Logic user though, you can find drum kits which sound very similar, and it's all about the same premise. At the end of the day, all DAWs do the same thing, so don't worry if you don't have Logic. Again, it's just the principle of it, and the MIDI drums, the rule applies and it works. Now, the last things we need to add is just what I would say is the atmosphere, or all the ear candy and everything like that. And now we've got guitar, we've got bass and drums at this point. Now I want to start adding keys in. Charlie Puth, very well known for his keys, his Rhodes. So I wanted to add an electric piano in first. So let's just get that in there. It's the classic Suitcase MK. This is a Logic preset. You can find this in the electric pianos. And it's just playing the chords down because we didn't have much which is really stamping that authority on the chord changes. We have the guitar, but the guitar's playing all sevenths and stuff. So just to have something that's playing like the root chords can really help in a production. In terms of the mixing on this, we've just got a compressor and channel EQ on, nothing too fancy, just trying to get it to sit right in the mix. Now, I've layered that with this right here. Now, for some reason, I can't seem to get this up, but this is the Analog Waves. This is a pad in Logic Pro as well. You can find it in the Retro Synth plugin if you want to know where that is. Sounds great, and I think Charlie Puth uses similar sounds to this quite a lot. And again, just sticking with the pads, we just layered it again. And this is in the ES2, this one, the Analog Waves. I did do a little bit of adjusting. I think all I changed really was the sustain to keep it on full, and just adjusted the cutoff a little bit just to get it to this exact sound. But again, minimal changes for essentially what is a preset, just playing something different. This is playing more lower, this is playing more higher. When you put it together, you have what I would say is the ambience for the track. Adds that retro feel to it as well. And you get there's a little bit of clashing going on because that's playing the root chord of the whole track. But sometimes it's nice to have them little clashy notes in there because it creates a little bit of suspense, a little bit of edginess to productions. Makes it more unique. You don't always have to have everything perfectly harmonizing with each other, because sometimes I think that can make the production more, again, as I said, unique and a more interesting listening experience. But when you put it all together, you get the track. Now, for mixing and mastering, when it comes to beats, I actually use Ozone 9. And the preset that I use today, I like to use a couple different presets. I'll normally flick through the genres when it comes to mastering. I think today I settled on the indie rock preset. I found that to be the best one. But again, when it comes to mastering, with these beats, I don't actually master them because the vocalist has still got to record over this, so you've got to allow some headroom. But Ozone 9 I find is a really good tool just for doing a quick master with minimal effort and minimal time spent on it. But yeah, guys, I'll play it for you once more time, but this is the Hero Charlie Puth type beat that I made. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. So yeah, guys, thank you so much again for watching, and if you've made it this far, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure you drop a like on this video, and comment below any other tracks you want me to make type beats of in the future and break down in future videos. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.